Now we see in the first 5 verses that Abraham was justified by faith. Verse 1. Now shall we say then that Abraham our father, as pertaining to the flesh, hath found. Let's rearrange the modifiers and phrases to help us follow the thought of Paul. Therefore, what shall we say that Abraham, our first father, has found according to the flesh, that is, by the natural human effort? The therefore that opens this chapter connects this argument with what Paul has been asking about back in the first chapter. The gospel concludes boasting and establishes the law, as we have seen. Abraham and David confirms Paul in this thesis. Paul uses the idiomatic phrase, "What shall we say?" here and in other argumentative portions of this epistle. In the first division, Paul did not attempt to prove or argue that man is a sinner. For this reason, we did not find this phrase there. Also, in the last section of this epistle, which is practical, it is entirely omitted. Abraham, our first father, reveals that the nation Israel began with Abraham. First father, I think, is a peculiar expression. It reveals the importance attached to Abraham, who was first chronologically and also first in importance many years ago when I was a pastor in Nashville. And so this is J. Vernon McGee talking. I'm reading through the Bible by J. Vernon McGee. I do want to thank not only J. Vernon McGee, but also my son Chad for Volume 4, and Don Reese, who gave him this Volume 4. Volume 4 contains Matthew through Romans. I'm in Romans, so I need Volume 4. I have 3 sets of J. Vernon McGee's commentary, can only find Volume 4 in one of them. And so that is very important. And so now if I can find Nashville again. we were in Nashville and I lost my Nashville. uh, I guess I could start over. I don't want to do that. Nashville. Many years ago, when I was a pastor in Nashville, several friends that I had known before I studied for the ministry, they were Jewish friends, invited me to come up one evening to speak to a group in the Young Men's Hebrew Association. So I spoke to them on the glories of the Mosaic Law. I was amazed to find that they reckoned their ancestry uh, from Abraham. They never went past Abraham. Quite a few of their questions revealed that, and finally I asked them some questions. I asked, "Do you count Noah or Adam in the line?" These young Jewish friends laughed and said, "No, we stopped with Abraham. Here's our first father." Pertaining to the flesh could modify Abraham, or it could modify the verb has found. What has he found according to the flesh? Abraham has found that Abraham's works, according to the flesh, did not produce boasting, but produced shame and confusion. That was Abraham's work. He had nothing to boast of. Oh, don't misunderstand. I think Abraham was a great man, especially in that matter of Lot. He wouldn't let the kings of Sodom and Gomorrah reward him, but in another section, Abraham didn't believe God and he ran down to Egypt. This matter of that little Egyptian maid that he got and the son that came from her, these are things that are not to be boasted of by Abraham.